I definitely saw some people at the beginning who were like, whoa, you guys made this?
Yeah, exactly. It's always, you guys made this? That's
yeah,
all.
They always thought like we would pull up like somebody else's beats or something.
I'd say the simplest way to put it is Arno will start something, kind of get a great bass idea down. We'll then give it to Crosby. Crosby will polish it up, make it ready to then, give to an artist, have it like song ready, and then I'll get it to the artist. I'd say that's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah.
Me and Arno are brothers, so I guess we've known each other for quite a long time now. And Crosby went to our high school. Him and I did a music theory class together, and at the time, Arno was making beats on his computer, which wasn't that popular, at least in my personal opinion, it didn't seem that popular. And Crosby one day was like, oh yo, like I make beats too, like check this out. I thought he was hilarious, I thought his music was really interesting, and because they were the only two that I personally knew that did that kind of, I guess, producing, I was like, you guys need to meet. I find most of these bubbling artists mainly through Spotify. I'll check out an artist that I really like, see who they've worked with, or check their Instagram, see who likes them, and you'll stumble upon something fantastic. Luckily, we now have, I feel like, enough credibility where I can DM someone who's not, completely blown up, and usually we have a good success rate of who will hit us back. That's my favorite part of this, is being like, this is great, we want to work with this, and actually having the ability to work with them. So opening up the space was just huge, because now our pitch wasn't, hey, let's go to the studio together, but hey, come hang out with us, come, just kind of let's listen to music, let's do whatever, catch a vibe. That was huge, especially just because this is such a unique space. And then beyond that, it was our strategy of tapping in with the kind of underground SoundCloud rap world. It was that focus that kind of laid the foundation for us to build upon.
That SoundCloud community was so tight-knit, so it was literally just word of mouth. You could slowly start seeing it build from there, just in size of the artist, etc.
We go to school, all three of us. We're all in college, and we don't go to school in New York City. We're all like an hour or two away. So we'd come back every single weekend, and we could literally track, like each weekend it was just bigger names and bigger artists and more sessions.
When everything first started really picking up, like sessions all the time, not just on the weekends, we would have them on like a Wednesday. Basically, Arno texted me, we got a session at 8 p.m. I would finish my class, take the Amtrak right here, stay up the whole night, and then take the 7 a.m. back to school, and I just would not be sleeping at all.
Like, dropping out is one of those things that is always brought up, and it's kind of like always in the back of your head constantly. If we ever get to a point where I genuinely feel like school is prohibiting how much or limiting how much music can be made, then I'd say, yeah, it's something that I think about, but am not seriously considering at this moment.
Some of the biggest challenges we faced, if you know nothing about us, just looking at the space, you might just be like, okay, these are just some rich kids with a really nice studio, and that's why they're just like paying artists to come. But that's like not the case at all.
Overcoming that stigma is definitely difficult. It gives us the motivation to just do the best work we can do, then the work will speak for itself.
When we do a session for the first time with any artist, no matter the size, we always like to just kind of hang out for like an hour and say, let's shoot some hoops, let's get to know you, let's listen to music that you like, let's listen to music that we like. And then we can start talking about where you want to take their music.
It's way more like organic, the connection that we have with the artist. And they're way more comfortable recording here because we do it that way.
The project that we're probably most proud of isn't even out yet. It's this new Joey Bada album. We're super proud of that. We spent many months trying to perfect it. And we met Joey through a chance encounter where he was looking for help with his house, like in terms of interior design, and our mom is sort of well known in that industry. Out of the blue, he kind of comes over and they have their meeting, and he hears music playing upstairs. He's like, what's going on? Our mom's like, yeah, like my sons have a studio. So he comes up, he's like, what the heck is going on up here?
Being from New York,
yeah,
he's legendary, and yeah, I think having him just in our house alone was enough for us to like geek out. And we played, it was like 2.5 tracks, and he was like, okay, cool, like I'll give you my number. I'm going to LA, I'll text you when I'm back. And then just like one random night, he's like, yo, like I'm in New York City right now, like let's do it. And we were like, okay. So we started like freaking out, started like getting everything together. He came, we were just like talking for hours. We were playing some music. It was just purely like natural. And then the next time he came, we hit the ground running because it's like we had laid down that foundation. And we've made, in my opinion, some of the best music with anyone with him.
He's definitely someone who understands what we're trying to do here. Kind of build that creative hub for New York City.
When JID and Smino were in town for tour, he was like, I'm gonna bring him. Like, just super casually, he dropped that. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna just come over and I'm gonna bring these guys. We're big fans of theirs, and they come, and because I think Joey felt very comfortable in this space, they came in here, you know, super kind of chill and ready to go and just kind of nice. And, you know, we've built good relationships with both of them since. And that all stems from Joey just being so kind.
Gunna and Future came after their SNL show. I mean, it was way more like casual. It was like 5 in the morning. No music related stuff happened. But then Gunna really understood, kind of like how we were talking about Joey, like understood what we were doing with the space. So he kept coming back. And I think that was definitely an I made it moment for myself.
For the most important thing I would say I wish people knew about us is that, you know, we're producers first and a studio space second. That's why it excites me when these records will start coming out, because we can say proudly, like, hey, we got to do the music for these. And I think that's what's going to take us to that next level and sort of dispel those notions that we're just a space.
So the most recently, when we were in London for Wireless, and I was talking to Arno, and I said, we really need to like sometimes stop and like look. Like, we're in London right now. Every single day, we're either in a session. We got invited out to, with some artists to watch their sets at Wireless Fest. So it was just like, if you had told me this even a year prior, I'd have been like, that's the craziest thing and that's the dream.
The best is yet to come, and we have really an exciting sort of vault of records that are, about to come out, and I think it'll put the world on notice for real, and I'm excited for that.